Ahoy, crypto pirates. Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate's FN Hangout. I am the captain, your captain, RG3, bringing you another Friday night of loneliness. Because if you're sitting here watching this on a Friday night, again, I feel for you. But it's my crypto brethren that are out there on a Friday night hanging out at home watching crypto streams in the middle of an elongated bear market. Wow, how pathetic is that? And me streaming, that's even worse, right? Anyway, thanks everybody for showing up. Let's see if I can read the chats here. Oh, this is cool, man. This is really cool. Melv Tony, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How you doing? Melv Tony always helping us out, throwing the evil numbers up on the board. And Sci-Fi Vergom 369, what's up? Me, the Hex OG, or OA. Oh, the OA, huh? You're in trouble, buddy. You are in trouble. Let's see. See you guys. Good. Well, good to have everybody here. Again, this is your show. If you're new here, you got to know that we put the link out there. It's for everybody. I'm going to go through I'm going to try and do some news. I'm trying to do a crypto news show to see if I can even pull that off. Instead of just doing this type of content, I just did a stream with Dollar Cost over there in Vegas, and that was extremely cool. So if you don't know, we moved my studio out of my house and over here to our new location, and make room at my place, because it takes a whole room in your house to set up a stream, a decent one. If you want to have a decent stream, you got to put all the stuff together. And I had it all there, but I need the extra room, and so I basically booted my stuff out, and here I am. So everything turned out really nice. We put everything together here, moved it all, and now we've got more room. It's a little more comfortable. I'm not at home being bothered by everybody. Good stuff. So anyway, Hexicans and all you crypto DeFi crew out there, strap in. I'm going to give you some no BS Friday flash updates. So for the big picture, Bitcoin has been cooling off around 70K, slipping from those 74K highs we saw earlier. The ETF whales pulled some cash and global tension, yada, yada, yada. The Iran energy noise, is shaking the cage. That's to be, understood. I mean, freaking war never does us any good until we need to make more bombs, more planes, more boats, more ships, all that kind of shit. Then the economy starts to pick up. But for now, we're going to be for some massive pain and some massive market freaking unjubilation. It's going to be bad. So Ethereum, it's holding around 2K, shadowing Bitcoin's mood a little bit. The market's jumpy, fears in the air. But smart ones, you're watching, not whining. Funds are bleeding out of the crypto ETFs, but, pivots are brewing. U.S. regulators might finally chill on the stablecoin rules. It's a green light for builders and bulls alike. Alt season hype, the old playbook. Now the majors set the tempo, the rest follow the beat. Not much. The altcoin season has never really pumped up, and in my opinion, it's been the way crypto used to be in the old 4-year cycles was you had crypto bros in Bitcoin, right? The early guys, all of those of us who got in early to all the way up to like 2014, 15, held all the Bitcoin. And when Ethereum popped onto the scene, that's when everybody started moving into alts, because we saw those X gains. You saw the big X gains in the altcoins. Everybody was, jamming to the altcoin market. And so they would sell off Bitcoin on its highs and move into altcoins. So that's what we would see. We'd see Bitcoin pump. Then we'd see the alts just, staying leveled off, and then boom, all of a sudden the alts would start moving, pumping, jumping. And that was because crypto bros understood their market. They got in through Bitcoin. They followed it up during the halvening cycle, and then they moved into alts. And then the alts pumped and jammed and moved. And of course, there was a whole bunch of shady ass manipulation and people playing stupid fucking games with their cryptos and scamming and this and that and the other. So, you know, you had coins pump and dump, and you had coins completely crash out, and you had coins do really well and then level off. And that was the market. That's what we knew. Well, everyone started screaming for institutional money. I say we should have stayed, which is bringing retail in. Continue to get it to the normal, regular, average, everyday folks, and we would have been okay. But when everybody was getting greedy and wanted to see that institutional money come in, here's the thing. Institutional money isn't stupid, guys. It's not stupid. It knows what this asset is. It sees its markets. They know charts better than, you know, all of us here in the crypto space know them. They know markets from its inception. They know how to play this game. You know, there's nothing new under the sun, and the Bitcoin bros didn't know anything better than they did. So they saw an easy market to come in and manipulate. They saw that all the crypto bros were screaming and yelling for institutional money to come in. Well, you got your wish. And institutional money came in, and now you're dealing with that. See, because they're not dumb. They're not going to market buy, guys. The Bitcoiners and crypto folks, we're dumb. We buy into the market and all that. They OTC traded. And if you remember about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was screaming, guys, the OTC trades are going off the chain, off the chain, off the chain. Well, I don't think CoinGlass even shows those OTC trades anymore. I think they shut that off so you can't see it. I haven't seen any, you know, OTC trade alerts coming through. But maybe it's just being a little bit more hidden. I don't know. But anyway, we were seeing billions coming in every day, and the market wasn't moving. It still wasn't moving until BlackRock announced that they had their Bitcoin. Once they had their Bitcoin, that's when Bitcoin moved to 120K, and because everybody got excited that, you know, everybody had their Bitcoin. But here's the thing. All of that OTC trade was off market. It wasn't bought on the market, so it didn't move the needle. And then all these ETFs and everything are just barely, you know, that's internal swapping going on within the ETF market. So we're not seeing the gains on the market like, you know, if people were just market buying off of the regular market. So we didn't see any of that pump. And guess what? All those ETF holders, all of those OGs that sold all the supposed cypherpunks sold all their Bitcoin to the institutions. Well, they're not jumping into the alt market. Why? Because none of that Bitcoin and Ethereum that's sitting on those ETFs is coming into the alts. It's not doing it. It's sitting over there. That's why we got what we got. So now we're sitting on this stagnant market waiting for, I guess, alts to have their day. Let me say hello to the chat room and see who's in there. Let's see. Roll it back up a little. You don't have to bring them all up and stuff. Just we got Tam in there. Hey, what's up, Tam? Good to see you. We got Melv Tony throwing the numbers. We got a 68K Bitcoin. Whoosh, dipping down a little bit more. Let's see who's out there. I can't read them when you do that. Just
I stay at home on Friday nights, so big booty Latinas don't blow scopolamine into my face, turn me into a zombie, and steal all of my hex coins from Astrology.
Oh, Briss came to visit us the other day. He was here hanging out and helping sit down on a chair somewhere, putting stickers on things. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's the captain. Very nice. What's up, Alex? What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Hold on, buddy. Get the point. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support as always. And that's Mel. Okay. All right, keep going. Who else? We got Hex Wizards 369 in there. What's up? What's up to you? What's up? What's the fear when you're sci-viving? Yeah, what's the fear when you're sci-viving? Read your sci-vive.
Have you read the full book?
I have listened to the. I don't do reading, man. I can't do reading. I read a page, and I wander off into some other thought and forget everything that I read, or I'm like reading, but I'm comprehending something else in my brain that's going on. That's that ADHD crap. Brissology was a big help, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, I love my little buddy, my little itty bitty buddy. Anyway, but yeah, I have. I think RH did a good job on that. Look, I'm an old dude. I've been around for a long ass time, so I don't. I've read every self-help book in the world, tossed the shit that I did want to do, and kept the shit that I did want to do, and then try and work on the shit that I think I should do. So that's where I'm at in life. I've been around all that shit for a long time, reading self-help books and learned a lot from them. But human nature is, sometimes shit takes and sometimes it doesn't, But let me finish up a little bit of what's going on. So now on Hex. Hex on Ethereum is, hanging around 0.0073, still dirt cheap, but stacking some higher lows, short-term wobble, long-term grind, the code, lock more, trade less. That's how we moon later. Not melt now. So over on the PulseChain, the engines are hot. PulseX is still the king. Lightning swabs, micro fees. PulseX ripped plus 16% today, 26% this week. So, doing good. Every swap burning supply, like a burning ship, price tag's about what, 4 zeros in the 33 or something like that. Yeah. And tightening up. It's that's on CoinGecko. But anyway, Hex on PulseChain lit up too. It was up 14%, I think, in 24 hours. So nice, cruising near the 0.0019. The chart's whispering, bullish things, guys. Whispering bullish things. If you're bridging both sides, breathe. Watch your entries. Skip the panic stumps. This isn't financial advice at all. This isn't hype. It's code conviction, and patience. And that's it. Captain's out. Done with my little news brief. So anyway, eyes on the charts, Hexicans. Forward, onward as always. Chart your course, set your sails, and move on. With that, I will open up. If we'll put the link in the chat, this is your show. Come on in. You want to talk crypto? We've always at Discourse Syndicate, we've talked about a multitude of things here. We've always let everybody come in and say what is that? What does Alan say? RG3 is so old. He read the first self-help book when it was released, the 10 Commandments.
Not bad.
That's good. I am that old, but never really read the 10 Commandments, to be honest. I'm not, that's not a book I subscribe to, I guess. Anyway, I'm a heathen. Nothing new under the sun. Stream over. Really, I mean, I'm just trying to stay up here and look, guys, I'm as beat up as all of you are. We're all beat up. Crypto is the whole world is not a fun place to be right now. Being a Marine, I'm really I'm in a strange place right now, knowing that I just had a niece the Friday we bombed Iran, just graduated Marine Corps boot camp and went down there and watched her graduation and stuff, and then that night, boom, war. And it's something that affects me deeply when I know that my my fellow brethren Marines are out there getting ready to do that thing, and that thing is dangerous, and some of them don't get to come home, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all, and I don't like some of the things that we do go to war for, and I think that we need to be very cautious about that and not just willy-nilly into shit. And you know, I definitely feel for those that are going to go out into the danger zone and stand in front of bullets for us to come out here and talk shit about crypto and support crypto and do all that stuff. That's what they're doing it for. So to all of these services out there and all of our men and women serving, my thoughts, my prayers, my heart, everything is out there for you guys and thinking about you constantly. It's a tough place to be. Let's see. You said actual. So anyway, to be honest, yes, I am. I am a real pirate, and not the type that just runs around with a sword. Although I do have my sword right there, and I do have my blunderbusses, and I do have a complete pirate outfit that the Highest of Stakes folks made for me when we made that movie. Gosh, that was something else. We've done so much. But anyway, thou shalt not steal. RG says, F that. Ross, I'm not going to steal.
Salute to the troops.
Yes.
Isn't every pirate a booty pirate?
That's what they're after. That's what they're always after. So anyway, like I said, post the link in the chat so that people can come in. Yeah. So anyway,
we got our first person in the green room.
This is your show, everybody. Come on in, join us, and be part of it. Oh, look who it is.
Just over here visiting Richard.
It's the positivity princess and old producer, SJ. Welcome, SJ. Good to have you with us.
Good to be here.
Are you at Richard's house?
Yeah, I'm visiting. I'm just hanging out for a little bit. He let me use his setup. The watches aren't spinning right now. The battery's dead on the spinner.
The batteries are dead on the watches. Hey, Dorsey. Oh boy, here comes Dorsey. Now, I got to let the new producer know. If I tell you Dorsey's gotten out of hand and it's time to put him in timeout,
oh yeah,
put him in timeout. So
is that if he talks about Bitcoin too much, like Astrology?
Well, no, he usually just busts on me, is what it is. But Alan's doing a decent enough job of that today. Well, you did say you didn't subscribe to the 10 Commandments. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I do. Those are just like basic laws, right? Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't kill. I don't know. It's the other stuff probably that I really don't subscribe to, the other laws in that book. Let's see. We got Meltoni's jumping the numbers up there. Look at that. No, Dorsey says, nah, he's behaving. He must be having a slow evening then. All right. Well, we got another guest coming in. Gam. What's up, Gam? How you doing, bud?
Mic check. Am I appropriate? Audio, visual, not lagging. I'm on freaking internet, cell phone signal, 4K.
You're good, man. You're good.
Hey, I just wanted to jump in real quick and say that, man, I took my phone off lockdown mode to use my browser to do this. So I appreciate every little second you guys give me.
Right. What is lockdown mode?
It's that thing Richard was posting recently about if you, for example, if you had some malicious, crazy people in Brazil with their own cell phone antenna, they could theoretically get in your signal on your phone some weird way. But Apple, kindly enough, has a mode where you can negate some of the effects of those scams.
Really
nice.
Thanks for privacy and security.
Yeah, it locks it down pretty tough. I read through. I went to go do it and then read through all the things that it does and was like, man, I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. You can't do anything.
Well, welcome.
But, thanks. I hate to be like jumping right in. I kind of just wanted to let you guys talk about what you're talking about, and then just hand me the mic whenever you're ready.
Well, we don't really have a whole bunch to talk about. This
I
market
know.
sucks.
Lonely ass crypto world, right?
The whole world's in an uproar right now, and it's, you know, oil went up to $90 a barrel today, I think, and that's gonna hurt because it affects everything.
Hurt.
You know, we got an oil tanker burning out in the straits there, and then we've got the whole Strait of Hormuz is closed, so we got some problems going on right now. And
I wouldn't know. I haven't deleted all my socials except for just remade X just to start fresh.
Good. I don't know if I got out of it. I don't know if I'd remake it.
Yeah.
MVS took offense to you saying Brazil.
Oh no,
Brazil.
the only account I've seen of any of that happening was coincidentally in Brazil. I love my Brazilian skateboarders, dude. The strongest of them all.
Mm.
So no offense.
Brissology, click the link.
Is he coming in? I don't know. Anyway,
Trying to bait him in. So Gam,
Bait him?
tell us I want to know your story. Where you from? Where you been? What you up to? Who you
Dude.
is?
Thank you for
What city you rep?
no project, no CDs to distribute, no nothing. I'm more so coming to I had kind of a turnaround with the whole sci-fi thing. So coincidentally enough, I'm so glad SJ is here because you were doing a narration after I had already listened to the robot version that whoever Ann Hex YouTube channel is like. And so I actually was trying to reach out on X, but who even checks DMs? But I was gonna say something about just like, dude, where is all the survivors? Because I didn't know there was this big glass of Kool-Aid to drink, and I'm thirsty. That's all I'm saying.
gotta get out more.
not to no, really, and not to even make fun of, not to pull the rug out from under my own feet, saying that this is any kind of weird cult thing, but I think it's another one of those IQ tests that I think a lot of people miss. I think I'm one of the only ones. And I'd like to follow up with a crazy story about myth and astrology, if you guys care to hear. It's not sci-fi, it's not nothing, it's just astrology.
Okay.
Is it on the subject? Anywhere near the subject?
Go
of
ahead.
crypto and stuff, yes.
Like waters above?
No, so all right, so before I even get started, I'm gonna try to creep you guys out and guess SJ's zodiac sun sign. Bro, I'm not lurking. I've not had any actual.
The more you explain it, the more it seems like you are. So just go ahead.
Just
I'm
do
super
it.
into this. No, let's go. I'm into it. Let's go.
It's a 1
Yeah,
out of 12
she's
chance.
big.
Yeah, I figured
is.
my fiance is.
I'll give you 3 chances.
Sure thing. I'm only gonna try to take one stab, and if it's not true, it doesn't matter. But are you a Sagittarius? Dude,
Absolutely.
Sagittarius rising. It takes one to know one.
Wow, good guess.
I've done that a couple times, but again, it's just a 1 out of 12 chance, you know.
Yeah,
but,
I'm pretty quintessentially a Sag though. Like, I very much embody the ideals of that kind of like traveling, constant student, lots of positivity.
philosophical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all that. So with that, I wanted to segue into the lore and the myth of Aquarius, if you've not heard, which is me. So just really quickly, I think the story of Aquarius is the Aquarius is a human figure. Some of the zodiac signs are not. Libras are the one non-human, non-whatever entity out of all of them, which is Richard. He's the scale. He's the measure. But Aquarius is a human that was so handsome, so beautiful, that the Greek god Zeus stole him from home and took him to Mount Olympus to be immortal. Dude, so what is how does that manifest in actual real life, bro? I'm telling you guys, I think I'm about to become the OA. Why? I don't know how to really explain it, but it has to do with Survive. I think I'm the truest survivor, and in return, I'll be gifted the keys to the kingdom. Ask me why.
Why?
Why?
Literally, just pure delusional at this point, but.
So how did you get to, like, when did you read Survive? How long ago did you read Survive?
That was the first thing I did after I was, dude, I came in on the BitBoy wave at about 8 cents, way back, day 500 something. And so he came on the stream and just leveled the playing field. If you recall, he just came in there and was like, huh?
So that was before my time.
Yeah, a lot of people's too. I'm glad to wear that badge, and I'm glad to be here. But anyway, that was like one of the first things I did was did my research, checked out my man Richard Hart, see what he had to offer, and I was just like, this guy's just spitting facts. Like he's just so like, not facts, but like, it was ringing a lot of truth, and it was kind of just resonating with just all the stuff he was talking about. And then I went and was listening to the Survive narration from the robot voice and just put it on the shelf. You know, I've just been living it ever since, and didn't go that hard into it and didn't give it the attention it probably deserved, because if it made such an impact in my life, if I really applied all these things, so it made such a change and it really sculpted me into the great man I am today, then like, I mean, shit, I should be preaching about it, like, and not to be preachy. And that's where I'm at now, is like trying to find that balance of how do you exist in what looks like a cult, but not be culty about it, and not essentially, and then not drink the Kool-Aid until you die. Like, I don't know, dude. You kind of catch what I'm saying?
You probably had what some people call like a spiritual awakening, where things start to hit you in the head like, bam! Oh shit!
That was only
get that.
recently. That was recently. I've been chill. That was like a chill moment in time way back when, but it wasn't until like a month ago that I got wanged over the head with like the bulk of the spiritual whatchamacallits that I'm dealing with now. And that's kind of where I'm at. Just kind of came back to the Survive thing. Found there was a website. Found that there's all the, like, you know what I mean? Like there is like this structure in place for what? For someone to adopt this faith, and why would anybody adopt this faith? I could lead into it. Even it's a cult within a, I'm talking about a cult within a cult. Ask me about the next cult layer.
I would rather call it.
She's the high priestess of the sci-fi movement. So you're talking to the right person.
I think we're passionate.
I'm
passionate about.
No. Yeah, no. I don't mean to call it a cult. I just am playing off of like how it's perceived. I know it's way more like there's so much more reality to it all. That's just chill and cool, and you can adopt and apply, and you don't have to uproot your life and alienate all your friends like a traditional cult. But what I dig this, guys, because it gets crazy. So I've got a family of Freemasons, people that built this country, my grandfather and his grandfather. What is required to become a Freemason? You have to have a faith. You have, number one, above all things, whatever your financial matters, whatever your social structure is in the world, is below your faith. And Freemasonry gets a bad rap because you could be a Satanist, you worship a deity, and that checks the boxes to become a Freemason. And so you could be a Catholic, you could be a Christian. You can't tell your church that or else they'll kick you out. But like, you could very well be a survivor, and that would fit the characteristics of a faith that you could follow within the Freemasonry, whatchamacallits. How crazy is that?
Crazy, real crazy. Hey, let's bring DMT in. We got another one in the green room. What's up, DMT? How you doing, bud? Like the hat, man.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. How's it going?
It's been a while, Captain.
It has.
I'm the same DMT that talked to you like 3 years ago.
Yeah, how you been?
I'm good, man. I've been, tell you the truth, while Hex prices are so low, I just keep buying it, man.
Good. That's
I think that,
Switching to feet coins.
I heard what he was saying there earlier, and I'm still all about the decentralized finance, man. I'm still about it. I know that we're it hurts. It's hurt us all for a long time now. But I absolutely don't think it's over. And I think that, I mean, even you guys are coming back now with your Discourse Syndicate. Look, you got fucking SJ over here, and we're still coming back. We're still here. All the players are still here. It's not like we fucking abandoned it or something. I think that it's a good idea. It's always been a good idea. And I'm sticking with it till the bitter fucking end, man.
Yeah, I mean, DeFi is where it's at. Like, you know, you go back and I suggest it to everybody. Read the Bitcoin white paper. Go back there and see what Satoshi's vision was and who has stayed true to it. You know, that's why Richard bucked the system, because he followed that ethos, and crypto didn't. They strayed off and they forked. They forked and they forked again and they forked, and now they are where they're at, and they brought it all upon themselves. So what we're left with over there is something that doesn't look or resemble anything of what Satoshi's vision was. We have literally given the crypto to the banks, the exact entity that we were trying to get away from, the exact thing that we were trying to avoid and release ourselves from. And here we are. And with thunderous applause, they brought it on. And I think Richard is truly the only cypherpunk left, you know, and we are those cypherpunks once again, screaming DeFi from the mountaintops. And we've got it all here. Richard has given it all to us. And now with, you know, ProveX coming out and with zero knowledge proofs and all that good stuff, I mean, we've got everything we need for DeFi to actually function, for crypto to actually be what it was supposed to be. And I don't know why people aren't talking about that. I don't know why. I watched Charles Hoskinson talking with somebody, I forget who it was. You know, he was just, you know, trying to say that, but I don't know if he's really following that, to be honest. I've seen all the things that he's done and bought into, and I don't see him following the ethos. I know he's kind of screaming about the Clarity Act, but that's only because if the Clarity Act gets, you know, ripped apart and they make us, you know, have to jump through hoops to try and prove that we're not securities again, like it was before, that's the only thing he's fighting against. Then we got a guy like Brian Armstrong, who's only fighting so that he can get yield. You know, everybody just wants their piece. They don't want to go, hey, this is DeFi over here. This is what we should be doing. They're all, you know, in it for their own game. And, I'm watching all the talking heads that, you know, we all used to watch and follow and we had hope for, buy into this whole bullshit game that they're playing. And we got to fight for DeFi. And
well, they're going to lose. You know, those guys are going to lose. The DeFi is where it's at. I love being decentralized. I love that it's in our own hands. Our money, we all took a hit. But it's still in our hands, and we've seen what Hex can do before. You don't think it's going to do it again? I know it's going to do it again.
Yeah, and it's not about the tech. You know, the tech is there, and it's always been there, and it's still that same product that, you know, jumped up to number 3 on the charts, on the rankings. And it did that when real crypto was still real crypto, when you know, just by your merit it meant something, you know. And now that is no longer the case. But the tech is there. It is, DeFi is there. And when it comes time for all this bullshit to subside, you know, it is going to be the only true crypto, DeFi crypto platform out there. And I think that that's when people are going to start seeing its use case and what it means, and how to truly generate yield. And I know the yield is low right now. But that's been, you know, that's a feature right now. And I don't have all the answers for why it is what it is. And everybody speculates and talks about why the OA's got going on, what it's got going on. But it was like 3 happenings, you know, at one time. And then, you know, and here we are. So now your little miners, your stakes are, you know, generating that new coin. And people should be staking more right now. People should be, you know, gobbling up as much at these low prices and staking it. That's, you know, we don't talk about that much anymore. If you want to make more crypto, and I'm not talking about making more money, I'm talking about making more crypto, because we know what happens to crypto when it starts getting adopted is it starts going up.
Yep.
And having as much of that in your wallet when it does start going up that's the key, because then you can dollar cost yourself out, you know, sell a little bit at the top and return back when it goes down again, because that's what all markets do. And hopefully the market is still there for us when that time comes. And
it's going to be there. It's going to be there. When Ethereum starts taking off, like let's say Ethereum goes to $10,000, and it will sooner or later. Where do you think Hex is going to be? You know, it kind of follows that. We're going to be there. Yeah, it correlates. Correlates. We're going to be there. Everybody's taking a hit right now. And but the thing is why I stuck with Hex the entire time, and why I keep on buying it, is because it's a great fucking idea, man. It's a great idea. The decentralized finance, that's why I signed up for it. I'm still here. I know we've lost a lot of people, but the idea is still solid. And I will be with it, make it or break it. I don't care. It's a great fucking idea.
Well, it's what we were all looking for, you know, before Ethereum came out, you know, Bitcoin being the only crypto, there was a reason to be in it, because it was the most decentralized thing. It was the only thing, you know. And then when Ethereum came out, it was like, oh, there's this whole new world of what crypto can do and be. And as long as it stays decentralized, it'll be good, you know. And we fought through that battle all those years, you know, to get through it. And DeFi, meaning the ethos of what Satoshi was trying to build, you know, went the way of the dodo bird in this space. And we've got to keep fighting for that, and we've got to keep educating people. You know, Richard made a better crypto than Bitcoin. That's what he did. You know, he made a staking feature that got rid of all of the mining features. You don't have to mine anymore. You don't have to waste electricity. You don't have to try and keep up with the mining pools. You don't have to be aware of the mining pools. You know, a couple of those mining pools get together, and now look, you know, if you understand the real markets, these companies out there with big money, they buy big companies and merge them. That's what they do. And if these mining pools do that, then now you've got, you know, access to a 51% attack. And, you know, that was always the big, you know, oh, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. And then slowly but surely, we saw those things start to come. We saw the miners consolidating. We saw, you know, you used to be able to mine Bitcoin on your laptop. Not so no more. You can't do that. Now you've got to have all these miners and oil and water and power from a freaking nuclear plant coming into it and all this other bullshit, you know. And those are big companies. They're big companies. And a couple of those companies get together, and you've got a consolidation of those miners. And look, that's like the next on their agenda for what they want to do with this stuff. They're already given, the CBDC. Everybody, I don't hear that word anymore. They don't say anything about CBDC because, that was only the government was going to create a CBDC, right? Well, no, now all of the, what was the government anyway? It was the banks. And now the banks have their own CBDCs. They have their own stable coins, their own legislation that lets them have that, and not cool. It's not what crypto was supposed to be, but here we are.
Captain, are you feeling a little excited about our ecosystem right now? Because I am. It's been down for a long time, but I'm just feeling this excitement. Like, I feel something's about to fucking happen, man. You know what I mean? And I don't know, maybe I'm fucking crazy. But
no, you just been in the bathroom tying on your
I
dinosaur and sticking that hopium in your arm, man.
I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's exciting. I think we're gonna get excited. All Hex, Hex does a 2, 3, 4x, and you know how it's gonna go, man.
No, I'm always excited, and that's why I always keep doing the things that I do. Working with the foundation, trying to help with the marketing, streaming, getting the good word out, trying to educate people, trying to put tools in people's hands so that they go out and educate others, because that's what it's really all about. Is us using Metcalfe's law to go out and educate people and get the information in front of them and get people onboarded, and that's what we're trying to do. And that's what it's going to take, because look, crypto onboarding requires people don't go to a website and onboard themselves. They don't do that. They get a friend, a family member, somebody from work, a neighbor, a cousin, a brother, an uncle. They get somebody to help them onboard. Because I get those phone calls all the time. Not in a bear market, that's for damn sure. So the people that I got in already, they don't call me because they're mad at me. And the people that that haven't come to me yet, they ain't coming. But when this sucker goes, 10, 15, 20, 25, 50 cents, my phone is ringing off the hook. They didn't want the cheap Hex. They didn't want to talk to me then. They're watching. Trust me, they're watching, because I get those phone calls. Hey, everything all right, bro? Everything good? You good? Everything, working out. Family members. Hey, anytime you ever need something, you just let me know, and
dude, my sister texted me today. She's like, she sent me the SEC court case against Richard. She's like, is this the thing that you've been involved in? I'm worried about you. And I was like,
yeah, and I get those. I get those
idea.
too. I got a lot of those in the beginning, but they know that those are useless. In the beginning, I used to get all the, oh my gosh, look what I just found. I found this on the internet, and it's Richard Hart's, some article on Richard Hart being a scammer or this or that, or Hex, this or that. And I don't get those anymore, because they know I just laugh them off when they come to me. The SEC case, like, I was at the courthouse, guys, when it happened. What are you talking about? We beat the SEC. Oh, well, I just read this article about it, and that's old hat, man. That case is over with, and we won it. I mean, but they don't call you when things are down. They call you when it's up, and when they call you when it's down, they're trying to either say, well, a lot of times what they're saying is, whew, I'm glad I didn't get into that thing with you, because, look at what I found. And, I don't subscribe to any of that stuff anymore. I just keep moving forward, keep doing what we're doing, because it doesn't matter.
Well,
the market,
Captain, the thing is, it's a solid idea. It's an absolute solid idea.
Of course.
Like SJ over there, fix the money, fix the world. If more people bought into it, you see how you can stake it, and you can hold, with your time, you make more money. I mean, it's a solid idea. It's the most solid idea in crypto that crypto has ever come up with. And if more people got into it, then yes, definitely, they would see the results. We would all see the results. But everybody's in a bear market right now. Nobody's doing well. unless you're been hanging on to Bitcoin and maybe you did a 2x, now you just lost your 2x. But it's such a solid idea that there's no way it can lose as long as people understand what it is. And I mean that's why.
Well, there's ways to
I'm
lose.
Still here. I'm still here.
There's ways
it's
to
a
lose.
Solid idea.
Yeah, there's ways to lose. And the coin term hodl is what it's really all about. And
there you go.
And then it's really about old hat investment strategies when you're investing in crypto. And it's about making more crypto and getting as much crypto as you can. And then when it's time for you to need it, and you should never bank your life on needing that crypto. That's
exactly
the hardest thing that people have to get through, especially when you go through an elongated bear market like this. You have to have other things ready to go, and you have to be continuing your strategy. And your long-term crypto strategy is, I need to get more crypto for as long as I can. Now, again, everybody's lifestyle is different. There's age differences. There's risk tolerance differences, and everybody has to gauge that in their strategy. And that's not and that's why I don't like this, people going out there and standing behind a chart and teaching people how to day trade, when it should be, you need to sit down and make a conscious decision as to what your strategy is for how old you are, how long you want to be in this thing, what market you think you're going to start pulling out in, and to supplement the rest of what you're doing in your life, not try and live off crypto. Look how many people have been wrecked. Look how many Lambo drivers have been wrecked.
Hex is a long-term game. This is a long-term game that we're playing here.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned on DCC's or Charlie's today, was just like, I didn't come here because I wanted some overnight, get rich quick idea. That was not in my mind at all. I was purposefully looking for something long-term, and happened to run into this community on top of that, right? I see so many people over and over again talking about not just the value that they've found in what Hex is and does and offers, but in the community itself. There is no other place where you're going to learn the things that you learn here, that people are going to take the time to show you, to hold your hand, to walk you through. I mean, how many different guides and step-by-step processes do we have, for how to get into crypto? How many people, so many of us have done things like that over and over again to help the process become more accessible to people, right? Because it's fucking difficult, like Arju was talking about earlier. You have to handhold in order to get people into this space. And there is nowhere else I know of, or I've heard of in crypto, where people are doing that on a daily basis too. I hear stories every day because of this tablet marketing about people getting other people into our ecosystem. So
and
agreeing with that.
We this community got educated by Richard Hart.
Yep.
Exactly.
He made us very good at understanding what crypto was supposed to look like. And he showed us what markets look like on trading platforms. He showed us what liquidity was all about and what market cap meant, and all these things that, a lot of us didn't understand. Even those of us who had been around for a long time, I did not understand a lot of the things that he educated me on. And when I started to, so I was looking, when I was an early Bitcoiner, before Ethereum came out, all that, there was no strategy. It was crypto was going to change the world, change the money, change the world, that kind of stuff. But then a lot of us got jaded. Those of us who were in those early days of the ICOs and all that shit, we got jaded because there was so much scamming going on. There was so much grifting going on. There was so much of the bullshit that was happening. And then we were watching, slowly but surely us being eked out into this institutional money thing, and and I knew it was a slippery slope, and it got real slippery over the last couple of years. And now we've plunged into, off the edge of the cliff with it. And, Richard was a breath of fresh air. Listening to him when he called that 20K top, and I hated him for it. I did. I was like, this son of a bitch, man, he just crushed the whole market, and then I realized that it wasn't that he was doing something wrong. He was saying something right, and I had always, kind of liked what he had to say. And so I started listening to him more. And when he said he was going to make something and he was going to, try and bring things back, I was interested, because we always wanted DeFi. We always wanted to not get into something that was new and exciting and not have the wallet for it and not get the coins for it and have to go to this special exchange to go get your coins.
Yep.
And, all that weird shit that we went through back in like 15, 16, it was a breath of fresh air to hear, wait, I'm just going to put it in a wallet. I could put it in a hard wallet. I don't have to, just my keys. I get to keep the coins, like right there, right then. I'm going to put some ETH in, and I'm going to get as many of these coins as I can possibly get. And then you're telling me that it's decentralized and that I'm going to be able to stake them, and the code is the code, and it's it's been audited. And back then audits meant something, because not too many things were audited at the time. Now everything's audited and you can't trust the auditors and whatever. But anyway, there was all these things that he was putting into the mix that made it make sense and made it like, man, this is really hopeful for crypto and DeFi if this guy does what he says he's doing. And he did. And I made a movie about it.
He's still doing it. It hasn't changed.
He's still doing
it. The price is low and we're all feeling the hurt. But that's what crypto does. That's what freaking crypto does. It's always done that. But the idea, the mindset behind it, the decentralized finance, that's what all attracted us here to this place. And I'm telling you right now, Captain, I still believe in it. I've been in this shit for years with Hex, and I'm not going anywhere, man. I still believe in it. It's the best idea in crypto that I've ever heard.
And it's people like us that just have to keep, singing that clarion call and letting people know that there is true DeFi that exists out there. Look,
because people are laughing at us right now, Captain.
Well, they have always laughed at us.
But I don't care.
I don't care either. I've been laughed at by much better people, that's for sure.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me, but and it has never bothered me. I just keep doing my thing because I know I'm on the right side of history.
I know it's right. I researched it a long time before I ever put any money into it, and it's the best idea I've ever heard in my life. Fix the money, fix the world. It
still astonishes me that he did what he did, because nobody else has done what Richard's done and it not completely fail or crap out or
pull the rug
out or pull the rug or just the code not work or promise. Richard, even though he hasn't been, on stream or vocal or any of that stuff, he's still putting good shit out.
Yeah.
Ever since he launched PulseChain, he's been making things better and better and better. And now he's going to do it again with ProveX. He hasn't stopped working. And that's one of the things that bothers me about, people talking crap about Richard, especially in our own community, and I know people are upset because their bags are, but he's still doing the work. He's still putting out good stuff. He's still making DeFi better. And when people are ready for DeFi, people aren't ready for DeFi. Retail is not ready for DeFi. Retail is not ready to come in and bridge and hold their own keys and do all that shit. Retail is not ready for that. It's going to take us, all of us, with a freaking concentrated effort to put this shit out there in front of people. And that's why I wanted to take these doodle pads and use them to help people market. I want to get these in people's hands. I want to get them in front of their friends and family. I want them to be able to point them to information so that they can onboard easily and start bringing people into the ecosystem so that they can understand what true DeFi is, because it's going to take an army of us to get this thing up off the ground and launch it. If it's going to go to the moon, it's going to have to be lifted off the ground. And that's going to take a concerted effort. It's not Richard coming out and streaming every day. That's not what's going to do it.
No,
it's going to be
no,
all
you're
of
right.
us
I mean,
helping people on board.
He placed it in our hands. He gave us what we need, placed it in our hands. It's up
That's
to
what he
us
said.
now.
He said, you go out and do it. I ain't
Yep.
doing it for you.
He's
You go
he's
do
right.
it.
He's right.
He gave us everything, right?
Yep.
Put that thing up again, SJ. We got everything. And if we're sitting here pissing ourselves in a corner, it's he just disappeared. There you go. I don't know what will work, right? But something will fucking work. We got everything. We got it all, you know? So when you have it all and you're the crypto person in your family and your circle, you should be the one out there teaching everybody what it's all about, you know? And whether it's up or whether it's down. And that's what you have to do, because you never know what this, you know, we could see a 50% dump tomorrow, or we could see a 50% pump tomorrow. You never know. You just got to go out there and keep onboarding people. And you know, I've got friends. I did it live or recorded on a movie. I onboarded somebody up at the 50-cent ranges, 40-cent ranges, you know, and you know, that doesn't look good at all. But it's what we do. We bring people into the ecosystem. And when we bring people into the ecosystem, we teach them, educate them, and show them what they're supposed to do. Now, what does a good onboarder do? When the price is down, they tell them, well, guess what? Now you got to buy more, because we're going to change your 50-cent entry to a 10-cent entry, or a 5-cent entry, or a 3-cent entry. That's what you do.
Captain, I was buying at 35. I was buying all the way up, 7 cents, all the way up to 30 cents. But I'm still buying at, now it's less than a penny. It's just, you know, you're what do they call it, averaging in, or whatever.
Your dollar cost averaging.
Dollar cost averaging in, whatever.
And you're lowering your entry price.
Yeah,
that's
it
what you're
doesn't
doing.
matter what it costs to me. It's just, that's what I do every week. You know what I mean? It's just like preparing for your retirement or whatever. You know,
I wanted to mention real quick, you know, we were talking a little bit earlier about the units, right? About staking your hex. I just recently helped my dad, and I'm grateful that all of my family and my close friends that I got in, they all really understood what hex is and how it works and what it does, right? So even though
because you do a good job at it. You do a good job at explaining it, SJ.
Yeah. So it was just really cool to see the fact that, you know, my dad saw this stake end, and he earned over the course, and this was a shorter stake in his ladder, right? But he saw over the course of that stake, his total units of hex increased over double like what it was originally, right? Like the payout is more than his initial number of hex he put in, right? Like and he was really grateful to see that. He thought that was so cool. So the fact that it still does what it's supposed to do, you know, like it's going to keep working. And I love that.
Yeah, we can't control the price of it. But when you're staked, yes, I'm making hex while I sleep. I'm making hex while I work my other job. I'm making hex when I play in my band. I'm making hex all the damn time, because I got my 15-year staking ladder all set. Now,
what do you play, DMT?
I play guitar and sing. We just had a killer show last night, by the way. Badass.
Nice.
Sick.
Hey, I want to say something, though. We can control the price. I have to differ on everybody with that one, because if we're out there onboarding like crazy, if we're out there educating like crazy, we can move the price. And that's on us to go out there and do it, you know, because let's face it, there isn't no fake savior that's going to come in and start moving the altcoin market up. It's going to have to be all of us educating people on what, you know, being in DeFi means and what these cryptos mean to the world. And once we've achieved that, then that's when we're going to start bringing retail in. That's when we're going to reach Metcalfe's law of, networking and bring in the masses by all of us bringing in one. Just go bring in one person, one getting one in. That's it. If we all got one person in next week and we taught those people how to go get another one in next week, that's, an X on our chart, so we gotta keep thinking like that. And going out and doing the footwork. That's what we're here for. We are the marketing arm of Hex.
I definitely think, Captain.
Real quick, Kevin, this is being spoken by somebody with actual conviction, with a long-term vision, not just playing cycles. So none of us control the markets. So I don't know. It's not very effective to be doing what you're doing.
I don't know what he's trying to say. You said the same thing in February of 23, fall of 23, May of 24. Then it was going to 10x, 100x, but for the FCC. So the SEC is what he's probably thinking of.
Captain, I think that decentralized finance is more for the people than it is for the institutions.
Say that again.
I think that decentralized finance, what we're attracted to, is more for the people.
Well, yeah, that's
for
what
the institutions.
That's because that's who we are. It pushes the institutions out and gives the power to the people.
Exactly.
That's what DeFi is.
That's what we're trying to do here. So it is up to us to control the price, because we're the only ones that are going to be interested in it. The institutions and the big governments and that, they're not going to be interested. They're not going to be interested in decentralized finance because they can't control us. Yeah, that's why it is. What you said, are. It is up to us.
They are controlling
other people, regular people.
They are controlling
invest their money into it.
They nudge their way in, and they are controlling us.
Yeah, look at them now. They're buying Bitcoin. They're buying Ethereum. The institutions, the big banks.
Yeah, they've taken it over, and
but
Kevin says it's 26.
Hex is still ours. Hex is still ours.
Of course it is, but it's down like crazy, and like Kevin says, there's absolutely no momentum. You're 100% correctamundo, Kevin. So what's the strategy? I've been yelling the strategy for the last 6 years. Get up off of your ass and go out and market this motherfucker. Right. Go out there and get your own channel. Go out there, make your own movie. Go out there and get your own marketing plan and get this shit in front of people. Get it in front of people so loud that they have to listen to us, because they're drowning us out right now. They're pushing us down the algorithms right now. They're trying to crush us right now. They want their money. They don't want us to have it. Brian Armstrong ain't our friend. All the rest of the bigs and the blue chips, Charles, ain't our friend. They ain't our friends.
How do you feel about CZ?
Hex is for the common man.
Yeah, but the common man ain't gonna fucking win if he doesn't get up off his ass and do something.
There you go.
A revolution isn't sit on the couch or get into a corner and piss yourself all fucking night worrying about your bags. You got to go out there and teach, educate, get people in, and get loud. You got to get loud about it, and it's a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of work. I've been trying for 6 years to gain some momentum. I've been trying for 6 years to get this going. Maybe I'm not the right guy to do it, but I'm going to keep on trying.
You're the right guy.
I'm going to keep on trying.
You're the right guy. We're going to get there.
And we've got to keep making that noise, man, and talking to people.
Because Hex is for your average, ordinary, common, blue collar working person that wants to get out of this fucking rat race.
Yeah,
that's what it was created for. It wasn't created for institutions and bankers. It was created for us.
Brisboe said if Big Finance wants to buy my Hex at $10 each, they can have it. Well, they can have a little bit of it if they want it, but they
That's
can't have it
sellout
all.
price.
That's sellout price.
I'll
Everybody's
give
got
them- I'll
everything's got
loan
a
it to
price
them
tag on it.
at a 20% interest rate. How about that?
And
I'll loan them my Hex.
and you know, and I gotta take a step back and I can't blame the old Bitcoin bags for selling their Bitcoin at the prices that they sell it at. You know,
Oh my God, Bristology, do you hear this?
I don't blame them, but there is a but. You know,
I smell a big hairy butt coming.
what have they done to crypto in doing so? For a selfish reason, what have they done? You know, and you know there is a responsible way of doing it. But when I saw those $1 billion moves happening, that's not being part of the system. That's not, you know, taking Satoshi's vision and moving it forward. That's crushing it. You know, when you have bags like that, you have some type of responsibility to the ecosystem. And, you know, it would be one thing if they sold it into the market and retail was buying them, but it's another thing when they just handed them over to the people that they've been fighting for years, you know, and that's a sad thing. And that's the thing I'm really pissed off about when it comes to the Bitcoiners, that, and the fact that they don't understand, that, you know, crypto needed to evolve. It needed to get better. It needed to become more decentralized. We needed to get rid of some of the loopholes like mining and all these things that have, you know, created this mess. But they didn't see that. They were always just concerned about their bags. They were always just concerned about their bags. And I'm not going to say that all of us aren't. I mean, when it comes down to it, you know, your survival is number one. Your family is number one, and you making money is number one. But how much money do you need? You know, how much money does it take you to sell out? You know what I mean? And, you know, you can live a good lifestyle and not have to wreck the ecosystem that you live in. And that's, you know, that's something people need to take a look at.
What up, Slimewell?
Hey, what's up, Slime? What's up, Slime? Dig, what do you say?
Dig the background, SJ. She's at Richard's house right now.
She's hanging with Rich.
Just chilling. You know. We're homies.
So anyway, that's my regular rant about how I hate the Bitcoiners and the Bitcoins and the love for the system that I advocate for.
Briss, did you sell your soul?
Briss doesn't have a soul.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, we lost him. He said he heard that.
Not do the same thing.
Dropping like flies.
So anyway, hey everybody, this again, this is your stream. Feel free to jump on in. We've got the links in the description there. The show is for everybody to come on and speak your piece. This is Discourse Syndicate. That's what we do here.
This is Alpha right here from Briss.
What?
What are you?
But
Wait, let me see what Kevin has. Kevin's asking a question. You are driving me crazy with the chat room, with your.
it's because you have to highlight it in order to scroll.
Well, just scroll and then put your thing off of it.
Okay.
There you go. It's going. No, I can't see it when it flashes. All right. It says, my question is, how are we going to recoup? I offered to introduce Richard to the head of Paramount to promote his movie bio, and he never called or emailed me. Hey, Kevin, look, he gets bombarded by a million people all the time, you know, and, you know, I know Richard's philosophy. Most of all this is what Richard would say. You guys all got ideas and they all suck. That's just the way he is. You know, Richard marches to the beat of his drum. Now, is he influenced every now and then by things? Does he listen to people and everything? Yes, he does. I'm not going to say he doesn't. But Richard's initial gut reactions to most things, especially when you're getting bombarded by a bunch of, people. Look, we went through so much stuff with the movie when it came to marketing it and trying to get it out there. And, I'm telling you, we got shut down this was a time when crypto was taboo. And the crypto movies that were coming out were very salacious. They had murder, lying, cheating, stealing, people disappearing. That was what they wanted. They told us our movie wasn't salacious enough. And for some other reason, we were being gatekept by everything out there, and it was a tough time, and everybody was coming at us with, I got this guy and I got that guy and I know this person and I know that person. Trust me. I mean, we went through it. I got the emails, I got the DMs, I got it all from everybody while we were making the film and while we were trying to market and get it out. And we were working with a company that had extremely good contacts in the film world. And we got hammered. We got hammered out there. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just giving everybody the truth. Trust me, behind the scenes, we were going through it with that thing, and then the SEC case and all that kind of stuff. It was rough times, and it was rough times, rough waters, and everything was going down, right when we were making the movie and everything was up, we were moving to 56 cents. It was looking good, man. I mean, they couldn't believe it. We'd show them our little, our wallet app there, and they'd see it and they were just freaking out when they would see what was going on. And right after we got done with the movie, ready to put it out, the market crapped, and then all this happened. So, it was a rough deal, man. That movie was a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it got shit on by everything out there. So, I understand, everybody's, wants to help and whatnot, but yeah, it's not always, taken and ingested and utilized. There's just so much of it coming in. So don't feel like you're the Lone Ranger or that somebody was ignoring you. That isn't the case for sure. Hey, we got another. Oh, look who it is. Bring him in. That's my little buddy, Briss. How you doing, little buddy?
I heard this was my show.
It is your show. What do you got to say?
Hex to $10.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks. Hex to $10.
And then I sell out the BlackRock. Free me of my Hex coins, BlackRock. Free me.
EES at 10.
Oh yeah. EES at 10. Oh, I'll tell you what, there will be some serious EES in at $10. Serious. And that's just a beautiful thing. The more of that gets taken off the market, the better and better it just gets. Because if just think about it, if Hex is at $10, what does that mean? What does it mean? What took it to $10? It's going to take
a dollar collapsed.
A lot of buy
that
pressure.
and buy and hold.
Yeah, the dollar's worth 0.00022 cents.
Win Briscoin.
You already got one, don't you, Briss?
Stay tuned.
Please don't. That'd
Hi,
be so
Sandy.
funny.
How's it going?
Do you have pants on, Briss?
No.
I'm always wondering about your lower half. You didn't even answer.
I said no, I'm not.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
I'm serious.
No. Put it back down.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
All right. I want everyone to donate me
Sandy,
$10 for those foot pics.
Welcome.
Sandy
Good to
just
see
joined the Wooji Gang chat today.
you. Oh, did she?
Yeah. She's a Wooji now.
Well, all right. Hello. She says hello to Gam and everybody. Hello to you too, my lady.
Don't buy pizza with Hex.
Pizza.
Pizza. I'm not eating for 24 hours.
You got this. I believe in you. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do
Take
it.
it easy on Kevin. I don't know. I think he's not trying to
Get this man
poke too much. He's
encyclopedia.
just-
Well, I know Alan's old when he says encyclopedia. Kevin needs some research help. I don't think Kevin needs research help. He's just a concerned.
He's feeling the red.
Mexican.
Yeah, he's a concerned Hexican.
Let's see. What do we got there? Get your push-ups done. He was doing push-ups. The producer.
Oh, I
was
did
doing
55
push-ups.
right before the stream.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
If you want to look like a guy that does 200 push-ups a day, you got to do 200 push-ups a day.
What is
Just
it that you
saying.
do? How many do you do a day, Briss?
Oh man, I got them all. I do the diamonds, I do the fingers, I do the pinkies, I got the push-ups and the claps. I don't
What
do
game are
any
you
of
playing?
If you did a clap, you'd roll over on your shoulders.
that. Come on.
Let's see.
Nice.
I want to wrestle you next time, RG3, all right?
No, you don't.
Oh my God, we're filming that.
No, you don't.
Ugh.
Bringing a box of sketch pads with me to the poker tournament tomorrow.
Sounds fun, dude.
Nice.
I don't play reindeer games anymore. Let's see.
Or do you?
No, I don't. Let's see. Briss, let's worry about getting on its all-time high prices of 54 cents. Oh, they're trying to bust your moon math. Happy Friday night. I'm high degree. Says happy Friday. Happy Friday night to everybody. If you're here, you deserve a happy Friday night. What else we got going on in the chat room? Oh, look at that peach fuzz Briss has on his face. That ain't peach fuzz. That's like a goat tea. A baby goat tea.
A facial merkin.
So, well, we lost our DMT hope there. He was coming in hot and talking about how awesome the ecosystem is, and that's really all I want to do all the time. And remember in the old days when we were out there, just pumping this thing up, man, teaching and educating people online and showing them what it's all about. You know, it's again, it's our job. That's what we need to be doing. Kevin, the concerned Hexican, if you would research, he would not have expected nor surprised. Richard Hart communicated back. Yeah, he doesn't respond to DMs. Yeah, he's he marches to the beat of his own drum. Gary Gensler of the SEC was a fuck. Yeah, I mean, look, man, he was doing his job, and he did not want crypto to be part of it. And you know,
I agree, Kevin.
I think that we did it to ourselves. When 99% of the shit that was out there was scams or bullshit, why would look, I sat down with treasurers from different states, Congress people, and talked to them about Hex. And their main concern was, first of all, they didn't know anything about crypto, right? They don't know anything about it. And the few that did, that would, sit down and talk, didn't know what DeFi really was, didn't understand. And their job is to get reelected, especially at the lower level. I'm not talking maybe Congress, Senate, beyond, up that side of the ladder in politics. But on the lower end, most of those, secretaries of state, secretaries of their state, the treasurers, and the people that work within their own states, those people are trying to keep their jobs and make sure that they're not hurting their constituents because they got to get reelected. And that's what they're looking for. They're trying to move their way through politics. And usually when people get into politics, they're trying to help in the beginning. They want to make things better. I mean, obviously there's, you know, the career politicians that go into it from business or whatever and try and, you know, make things better for their business and whatnot. But they really, the people that I talked to really wanted to help, and they were sketch about the whole crypto space. And this was, you know, 4 years ago, 3 years ago plus. And they just couldn't buck the system, go up against people like Gary Gensler and whatnot, and the other powers that be in the banking commissions and all that kind of shit. And back something that 99% of it was a scam. 99%. Now that's it. If you don't know what's going on and you got somebody sitting in front of you that's telling, hey, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, it's going to bank the unbanked and all this other crap, they have to look at you with a certain amount of skepticism or they're fucking stupid, you know? And so you can't really blame all of those folks for that because crypto made its own way, its own name. We did it to ourselves. And that doesn't mean that they should have, you know, regulated by freaking coming at us and saying, hey, everything's guilty until proven innocent. That was wrong in and of itself. But when you got something that's 99% bullshit and you don't understand it, that's the position you take. So I get that, but that's here and gone now. Now they know what crypto is. Now they know what DeFi is. And that's why they're coming after DeFi. And that's why they're allowing the centralized bullshit to continue on. Wow. That was rough. I'm reading the chats again. The demons. Oh, I sprained my ankle while sitting on a what? Let's see. Oh, the chat's just.
How do you pull that off?
While sitting on the couch. Well, you know, there's Kevin again. True. Too many scams caused fear and distrust. Of course it did. So here we are trying to create trust and show people that it's a trustless environment, which DeFi is, you know. Then, you know, what happens when people see the opposite? Makes sense, right? What else did Kevin say there? Gensler was corrupt himself. He was buddies with Democrat scammer SBF.
He was definitely getting paid.
He was getting paid. He was definitely getting paid. And how do you know that?
He told me.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I just want to put the facts behind it. That's the one thing.
Astrology told me.
Briss. Yeah, Briss has always got a good handle on the fact. Oh, his internet scammed out. Got rug pulled.
Got Gary Gensler.
ProveX is going to be a game changer for us. Well, everything was a game changer for us. It's just another feather in the cap, though. Having ProveX makes life a whole lot better when it comes to DeFi. Zero knowledge proofs is where it's at.
Am I back?
You're back now.
And front.
You froze there for a second. Yep. So anyway, I hate the politics thing because everybody's got an answer, but nobody has the facts. You know, it's like, oh, they're a scammer, they're this, they're that, they're the other, but nobody really comes with the hard facts of what's going on. You know, everybody's got a narrative, everybody's got a team, and I hate the team thing when it comes to that shit because politics wasn't meant for that. It wasn't meant for teams. It was meant to help govern and help the people that it's supposed to serve. And we've lost that too.
They definitely want us fighting.
Well, they definitely want us fighting because, you know, in division, when you create confusion and you divide, you can steal. And that's what they've been doing to us for a long time, is stealing from us. And anything that we've created that was good, look, if you don't have a strong middle class, if you don't have a strong workforce out there that's buying rims and fucking tennis shoes, you don't have an economy. You know, the rich people buy as many tennis shoes as you do. You know, the rich people buy as many houses as you do, or live in the same amount of houses that you do. They, you know, all their other shit is just their extra money going to big investments that they can make more money on. And it doesn't help the economy. What helps the economy is when poor people have money, because poor people are fixing broken down cars. Poor people are putting rims on cars they shouldn't be putting rims on cars, and putting tennis shoes on their feet that they shouldn't be putting on their feet. That's what makes the economy grow, is stupid people buying shit that they don't need. And that's what we need. We need more stupid people able to buy shit that they don't need. That's capitalism, guys. That's what we're supposed to have here. We need more stupid people with lots of money. And we need to show people how to make more of it.
I know you said you didn't want to talk about the politics, but this is a funny layup question for an RG to take.
Let's see. Trump is pro crypto. Do you think he will be good for crypto? No, I don't think. I think Trump is pro his crypto. I don't think he's pro crypto. I think he's pro his crypto, and I think that his family is pro his crypto. And you know, I don't see anything other than legislation becoming somewhat favorable, but I don't think that he's doing it. I think that he's allowing other people to do it. And I think that these other people that are doing it are trying to pull the wool over our eyes because they gave Bitcoin to the banks. That's it, you know?
Everyone has their opinions, but no one comes with the facts. That's what I hate about this stuff.
And what's that? What's the facts?
I
hope
know. I think Trump is going to be great for Bitcoin. He just signed the Clarity Act, which is I don't even know what that even does. But
he didn't sign it yet.
Great. I heard it just got signed
today.
I don't know. Let me look it up.
No, it's still in the Senate getting marked up.
Exactly, Milv. This is what they want.
So
because
they
it hasn't been signed yet. I thought I saw something.
No, well, I think they produced the markup. So what happens is, so the Clarity Act went to the Congress, and the Congress approved it and sent it up to the Senate. The Senate does what's called a markup. They take the bill and they look at it and they go, well, we don't like this and we don't like that, because they took out the provision that allowed DeFi to be regulated in a way that it is no longer a security. They took that out of there. They took the protections for DeFi out, and they took the other thing they took out. What was it? They were trying to remove the stable coin thing, so you couldn't generate yield on stable coins in a certain way. And that's when Brian Armstrong stood up and put his hands up and, you know, tried to become the savior of crypto, because that meant his wallet was going to get smashed. And so they've been fucking dinking around with it here for, you know, a few weeks, and they haven't come to a real conclusion yet. So the markups right now aren't looking good. Even Charles had something good, and I bag on Charles a lot too, but he had something good to say about it. He talked about, you know, how it was, you know, smacking DeFi down, and you know, making it, you know, better for the and here's the other thing they did. So they got everybody excited by taking it out of the hands of the SEC and putting it into the CFTC. And what that means is, when you take it out of the SEC, that's the Securities and Exchange Commission. That means it takes it out of the rule of the Securities Commission. And by doing that, they put it into the commodities position, meaning that your crypto was basically just like a Pokemon card. It was just a commodity. It was a thing, not a financial asset. And so by doing so, that gave it a lot less stringent regulation. What they did instead was they created a new SEC within the CFTC to regulate crypto. And so that's what the Clarity Act is doing right now, is they're doing some flimflammery. They tried to make it look good so that it would just like zip through, and that we wouldn't scream and yell about it. And now they're fucking with it. and it looked like it was going to be good because their first initial markup was, oh, we want to make this better for DeFi. We want to make this better. And now that it's coming out, not so much, you know. And so now it's not looking great. So we'll see what happens. It still hasn't gone to his desk to get it signed. And, you know, and I do have to admit that because of his leaning into crypto, and for whatever reasons they may be, it has definitely put us in a different position, but we're not out of the woods yet as far as DeFi goes. The other stuff is what they're concerned about. It's the ETFs, it's the Bitcoin, it's the, you know, the big blues. It has nothing to do with DeFi at this point. It looks like they're trying to push DeFi out.
I think they don't want USDC generating interest. They find that that's competing with their savings accounts.
Yeah.
Like anyone's putting their money in the bank account for it to grow via.
Well, it goes a little deeper than that, of course, but it does. It dips into their pocketbooks, and they don't like that. They do not like that. And that's what they've been trying to stop. And that's why they've got their hands on the Bitcoin, so that they can, you know, say, hey, we're involved, and yeah, we want this and we want that. So they get a whole bunch of it. They create these ETFs, and then they try and set up a regulation so the regulation can basically kill it so that they're okay. Let's see, Kevin says again. So RG, do you think, I don't know what that, PX are still
His
alive?
cat stepped on the keyboard.
Yeah, 026PX are still alive, or is Richard moving on? Richard's not moving on. Yeah, Richard's moving forward. He's not moving on. I mean, but I don't know what that in the middle that was there. You know, like you said, your cat stepped on the keyboard or something. But no, Richard's just coming out with a new platform, man. I mean, he's still doing the work. He's still putting out the good stuff for us, and that's where we're at. You know, the guy's still producing, still making shit better for you. You know,
ProveX isn't even out.
Nope. But
Right.
I think didn't they say that the sacrifice coins people can see them now or something like that
On the test
the
net,
announcement?
yeah.
On
You
the
should
test
go
net, right?
check your balances. Yeah, if you sacrificed for ProveX, you can go on the test net and check your balances, and you should. I read that there was some little, like, kind of like a glitch where some people's were not showing up, but from what I understand, that's just a UI issue, not that you will not get the coins. It's
Yeah, and those are little glitches that you get with launches. You get those little UI glitches and stuff like that. Don't sweat it. It'll all fix itself. It'll come out.
One of the
good night, my
things
lady.
Bye, Cindy.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of the things I'd like to encourage other people to do, and you may or may not do this already, but I didn't start watching Richard until like 6 months after I even got into Hex. I didn't know who Richard was or what he was about or any of that. That's how SciBive came about. But I started just recently going back to streams from before I got into the ecosystem, and it makes me more and more bullish every new episode that I hear. Every time he's talking to someone and talking about Hex, like listening to him talk about the adoption amplifier and big payday. These are all things I missed, right? These are all things that I wasn't there for. I didn't go through. And hearing him explain the way this stuff works, and hearing him talk about censorship resistance and his heart behind all of this, right? I made that video a little while back, kind of on a different topic, but the fact that he did a lot of the outrage marketing so that he can pivot people into the good things, right? And one thing that I've now heard more than once in his old streams are that there's a wallet. The wallet's done. Like that, it's already finished. So the fact that exists, and he's said it more than one time on more than one stream way back in the day. Like you can go back.
How many years ago was that? That video was
5 years ago. 5 years ago. Yeah. So
and that's why
he's got stuff that like he's just sitting and waiting on like to deploy. And I think it's because his timing is brilliant. I really honestly believe there's a plan for a lot of this. And we may not know the reasoning behind things. And I'm not saying that everything was planned out or that he, has done all the right things at all the right times. But I really strongly believe in his genius and his brilliance. And, if you're feeling a little ho-hum about it, go back and watch some of that stuff, man. Like, it just reignites the flame in my heart about why I'm here and why I so adamantly, talk about Richard and Sci-Vive and this ecosystem and this community.
Yeah, I suggest everyone go back and watch a lot of Richard's old streams. If you're really, bumming for Richard and you want to, see him stream, he's got nothing new to say, to be completely honest. He's said it all over and over and over and over and over again. All the things that he says, you can watch 5 or 6 of his streams and really get a gist of everything that he's been saying, because it's all there. You go look at the early streams, go look at all the stuff he did with us on Discourse Syndicate, in the early days. Go look at all that stuff and watch it and deep dive into it. There's just hours and hours and hours of him streaming and talking to the community and answering questions and, defending what he had built and crushing haters and crushing bad narratives and lies and all the shit that they've said about us. It's all there. You can go back and, if you really have a hard on to watch Richard stream, go in there and watch his old streams. And there's plenty of them in there to go watch.
I think another really awesome thing, and if I ever had the time to do it, I have all these awesome ideas on content to create, right? One of the things that I think would be really cool if someone's got the time and energy is to go back through all those streams where he was debating people 4 or 5 years ago and do a where are they now?
Oh yeah, most of them are in orange jumpsuits.
Yep, exactly. They're either in jail, they've stopped promoting whatever project or thing it was that they were promoting at the time. They've fallen off the radar. I think it'd be a really neat project to do.
That could be a cool documentary.
There's at least 4 of them that I know of that are now wearing orange jumpsuits that called Richard a scammer and said he was going to fail and yada yada yada. And they're making little ones out of big ones now.
SJ, I don't know if you want to take this question from earlier. You were the one on the stream.
I mean, I kind of posted to that effect. I just think it takes all of us, right? I'm not ever going to draw the same audience that B Roots will. And I don't agree with his methodology. I don't know if that's the right word. He's here for the gains. He is very adamant about the fact that he wants fucking mad gains, and that's his thing, and that's why he talks about all the coins that he does, right? That's not me. That's not what I'm into. That's not why I came here. That is not why I've stayed. So,
but he's working.
Exactly. That's the thing, is he's working and he's doing it his way, and he is bringing people to PulseChain. So
exactly.
He's going to do it his way. I'm going to do it my way. Captain's going to do it his way. We're all going to do it our own ways. And that's what it takes for us to be a strong community and to bring people in.
Yeah. Shout out to B Riz for doing his work. I mean, it's everybody doing their work. We all have our lane.
Yeah. And his favorite coin is on PulseChain. So
exactly.
But B Roots is kind of an idiot, though. I mean, come on, dude. The guy has a freaking ego the size of Texas, man.
And everybody in this space doesn't.
Dude, you got to understand. He comes from a wrestling background. So if you think of it that, he's permanently a wrestler. And that helped me understand him. He's that's who he is, permanently in his head. He's wrestling everybody.
I like all of them. Every single one of them. Every freaking one of you guys are dirty freaking pirates in my book. You guys all.
I think that's the mentality.
Your work.
I agree.
And you're all a little dirty. You're all a little scummy. You're all a little rough around the edges. Some of you are positivity princesses, but I mean, but everyone's got their lane, man. And that's why I said it's the shopping cart approach with this. You watch your influencers that resonate with you. You know, there's people that don't fucking like me. Well, there's a lot of people that don't like me, but there are some people that do. And those are the people that watch and listen and thank me for, you know, sending them this way or sending them that way. And that's all that matters. Everybody does their bit to make it happen. And so my hat's off to him. You know, Somi stuck his foot in his mouth a whole bunch of times too, but he's great. He does a damn good job. He's good at bringing people into the system. He's good at drawing attention. And you know, and you know, whatever, we've all made mistakes. We've all said things that we didn't want to say or done things we didn't want to do. But that's, you know, trial and error of us. You know, when you get out there, when you stick your neck out there, you're going to get smacked. You know, and that's what this game is about, and that's what we've been doing. But you just can't quit. You can't let it, you know, trip you up. You just got to keep moving forward. And so, you know, we're all in the same ship here, guys. We're just, you know, we're just trying to make it happen. So everyone's doing great.
And I want to say just real quick, Jay Crypto, I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, if you watch that link that I just posted for you, I compiled all of this together. If you watch that all the way through, the very last clip is him talking about how it only brought the attention of the clowns. Being a clown brought that attention. You know, it did increase his followership a shit ton. It also, you know, like, hold on, words escape me right now. You know, the thing is he talks about over and over and over again, as you'll see in that video, that it was to bring people in to pivot them to something better. Like, hey, here's this flashy bullshit, but hey, guess what? Like, I've got something I really want to share with you that makes more sense and is good for you.
That's sci-fi.
Yeah, but it just added the lunatics to the office instead of into the asylum.
You know, and that's the thing. That's like that quote, right? We're gonna try everything until something hits. You know what I mean? Like, why not just try it? Try it out, see what happens, see what works, right? If it's working for other people, maybe it'll work for us, maybe it won't. But you don't know until you try.
And in the long term, maybe it did work. We're just in the middle of it.
Well, it's just crypto's not ready for prime time. You know, it's too scary to get into DeFi. You know, you see everything that's going on out there. You hear all the narratives that the retail investor that hasn't gotten into crypto yet sees is, you know, just the blue chips and the ETFs and what's going on there and BlackRock and blah, 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 blah. And then they hear about DeFi, or they discover DeFi, or some Hexican tries to teach them. And as soon as you start talking to them about bridging and trying to show them how to get in, and it's like, oh, fuck, you know, what is this all about? You know, and it's, you know, it's just not ready for prime time yet. And, I don't think the market's ready for it either. So it's like, we're not in a spot where we're missing out. We're at a crossroads where, you know, preparation hasn't met opportunity yet. Mm-hmm. And it's about the opportunity meeting the preparation. I think that this ecosystem is pretty close to being prepared. A little bit more ease of use, ease of understanding and education is when the opportunity comes, which means the markets themselves have to come back. Retail itself has to come back. People have to be wanting to spend money in crypto. When that opportunity comes, then our preparation needs to be at the right place. So that's what people call luck. Luck is when preparation and opportunity meet. And that's what we're looking for, is luck.
Jay Crypto, would you have preferred him just to go silent and not do anything? He did what he thought he should do. He executed a plan. Maybe some of it went too far and had a negative reaction, but what if he just went silent and didn't do anything? I think we're in a better situation now than we would have been.
Watch the video I made. Like, the thing is like, while he was doing it, he said over and over again, like, I'm doing this because this is what brings attention. I'm doing this. I'm wearing all this clown shit. Like, that's a quote. You know what I mean? Like, he knew what he was doing the whole time.
You can say it was bad marketing. He still was able to raise, you know, $1 billion.
He was able to take his coin up to number 3. You know, I mean, it happened. You know, it did happen. And so I'm not going to call it bad or good. Did I enjoy it while it was going on? No way, man. There was a point where I was just like, oh my God, what are we doing here? But I kind of realized what he was doing,
I just wanted him to stop talking about his dick. I was afraid of him getting
like just jealous.
Dude. No, I just didn't want him to get me too. That was like a big thing back then.
It was.
Here's the thing too, though, Jay. Like, what are you doing to get another person in? Like, we're talking about all this shit that happened in the past. Like, who cares? Like, someone that I can go talk to on the street isn't going to give a fuck about some bullshit outrage marketing that happened 4 or 5 years ago. No one gives a fuck anymore. Like, there are so many other things that you can talk about or go out and do yourself to get someone else in, like educate
Turn
them
on a camera and do anything.
And I'm going to tell you right now, when Richard wasn't doing outrage marketing, when Richard wasn't, when he was out there trying to launch Hex, when he was out there doing everything he could to explain what he was doing, they were hating. So no matter what he did, they were hating. So really, the outrage marketing thing only made us cringe because they hated him anyway. It just gave them something to talk about is all. It just gave them some reason. It did keep him on their lips, that's for sure. They were talking about him all the time, and they hated him all the time.
Still get used.
And and so I don't think it was as big a failure as everybody thinks. Was it cringe? Yeah. But I don't think it was as big a failure as everyone thinks. I think that the markets had more to say about where we're at right now than Richard's outrage marketing. I don't think it really had an effect.
Red Candles speaking, and he still wouldn't have gone the corporate way through CoinMarketCap or anything to get it listed the way all the other sellouts did. Like, he still wouldn't have done that. So some of what you might be complaining about attributing to his flashy marketing might have nothing to do with the flashy marketing at all.
Yeah, I don't think it was that damaging, to be honest. It wasn't, my cup of tea, but yeah, I don't think it was that big a deal, to be honest. I think, the market, we went up to 56 cents while he was doing that. So he's not doing it now, and we're look at where we're at. So I don't think it really has that much of an effect.
That video,
Frizz, shots fired here. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll talk about Danny Boy in a second, but that video of Richard walking out the store with bags in both hands as mouth.
Epic, dude. Freaking iconic. That's iconic shit.
That's been posted so many times. How can you say that was bad marketing? Everyone,
if he wouldn't have done it, they wouldn't have put it out there that many times.
They turned him into a giant meme, like you investing $100, the dev walking out.
And then he had what's his face copy him. What's his ugly face with the girlfriends that are not
BitBoy?
Maddie Allen?
Huh?
BitBoy?
No, not BitBoy. No. He's currently a
the guy on the yacht? The fat guy on the yacht?
Yeah, the guy on the yacht. I can't think of his name at all right now.
Oh,
I know you're down. Get
guy.
Rich.
Yeah.
I forget his real name.
Yeah.
It's good.
But, just basically copycatting what Richard was doing, right? And getting attention for it.
Oh, yeah. He did great with that. I mean, depending on what you think great is.
What you think great is, yeah.
All right, back to this, Briz. What do you got to say to Danny Boy?
Danny Boy, shut up. I'll make fun of B-Roots all I want. The guy's a giant grifter. He's just freaking reeling you. He's going to launch a coin next year. You're going to buy into it. It's going to be just like Blaster. It's going to drop to nothing. He thinks he's a lot more important than he is. He's going to find out that he's not as important as he really is.
I think we all think we're more important than we are. We're in crypto.
So, whatever.
Shout out to Sami.
Crypto bros.
Oh my God.
Way too high.
Sami is an asset to the community too. Why? Because he leads people to the slaughterhouse.
People
Hey
can
guys,
choose what
give me
assets.
some peanut. Who's gonna pay
Dude,
you $1?
Dude, Chris, dude, you gotta admit he's like a freaking robot. Every day, like 4 videos, freaking nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah.
He hasn't
but
missed a
also
day
It's
in
the
pretty
work
like
nuts.
plus
years.
hard.
I'll give him that. He has
It's freaking
a,
crazy. Covering PulseChain every single day, and people can choose what they want to buy.
That is
Yeah.
true.
He's definitely an
everyone
asset.
is right.
I've
And
I've
buttons.
liked Somi from day one, and like I said, I mean we've all stepped on our dicks, but and he's not excluded from that, but he's talented and he's a great voice in our community. That's for sure, for
Mhm.
sure.
I also want to say, Danny boy, yes, I am 99% down, and I'm still in profit. So
Blue collar crypto.
Sami's Telegram is the busiest. I have to say that. Like every 3 days, there's like 2,000 missed chats. There's a lot of action there.
I can't keep up with chats anymore. I don't. There was, we started out in a hex.com chat, and
I'm very
that was
excited about these Hex Futures messages right now, though.
the hex what?
The messages from Hex Futures in the chat.
Oh,
Did I?
That
Oh,
approved.
they're probably lower.
yeah, he's running a little slow.
Oh, sorry.
We're just going with the flow.
Okay, we can go with the flow.
Somebody said Briss is looking kind of like Hexo. I don't know what that means.
beard. Probably just the beard.
the beard and the
what?
heftiness, I guess
And
you
the
would call it.
what?
Jay Crypto is digging
Oh,
his
you're
heels
way
in.
behind in the chat.
It's all good, man. Like, let's figure out what to do now.
Scroll down, would you?
'cause- Yeah.
He's they're like way back. The market just broke. What is it? The market just broke every record. RG over 53K. The market just broke every record over 53K. What's 53K?
I don't know.
And, I don't know what's 53K.
I do turn.
Are you talking about? Are you
They're
talking-
calling you a werewolf.
I do turning a werewolf over there. Oh, that's Briss.
No, that's youth. A little
He's
bit
He's a weregoat.
of.
Richard Hardney look like CEO, Metacro Apple. I love you, Briss. Danny boy loves you, man. Look at that. Always.
There we go. That's what we like to see.
Brissology was like one of the first people I saw get blocked by Richard and kicked out of the chat.
I never got blocked by Richard. Thank you
Yeah,
very
you
much.
did. Don't even try. You had to beg to come back. I remember that.
That's not true.
That was like in
at
the
all.
deep, dark old days before Hex came out when he was in the chat room talking shit.
Okay, here we go. We're on to the kitty talk.
Oh, no.
I get to bring the kitty cat to El Salvador, you guys.
Is he going?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Now,
yes,
I'll
yes.
tell you this. Richard
Relative
did
of
scold
Tiger.
me one time, and this is when I knew that he was like really serious about Hex. Was that in order to get some free Hex, everyone that had Bitcoin could free claim, your Bitcoin and get some Hex. And so Hex launched, and I got some Hex. I also had I had a lot of Litecoin back then. So I kept on going into the chats going, "Hey Richard, win Litecoin Hex. Win Litecoin Hex." And he got really annoyed at me and said, "Hey, I'm never gonna do Litecoin Hex. I'm only gonna do, Hex, and stop asking me to do Hex with other coins." And that was like the one time he actually scolded me.
Yeah. No. There was your concern troll days too. Don't forget about all that.
What would I say?
You want me to go back and remember what the hell you
Exactly, because you're making up false memories.
You know what you did. You know what
Just
you
say
did.
it. Now I need to hear what it is.
We'll have to go back into the old Telegram days and look at it when he was doing stupid shit. I think he even
you
had
were memeing.
I think he even had a ghost account that he was fucking around with too.
Oh yeah, I see it. He's probably a degen with like 5 different alts.
He had an alt
shilling
account
coins.
in there doing some stupid shit.
In my alt account, my cult account, my alt account was called Hex Awareness Team, and I would just be going around bull posting and just saying, just like random ass things, and people would go to Richard and be like, "Hey, you hired a Hex Awareness Team? Like, what is up with this guy? Who's this account?" He's like, "I don't know who that guy is. That guy's just throwing the name of that account that."
Mm-hmm.
And then I kept on getting just like banned all over YouTube because I'd be trying to be mentioning Hex, and I would instantly get banned. So that's when I gave up Hex Awareness Team and went to Prosology because I wanted something that wasn't Hex centric.
There was a time you went into any chat room and you said anything about Hex, they would kick you out like instantly. I mean, even just like general crypto chat rooms. Like, I'm not talking about this coin or that coin or this coin or that coin. I'm talking about just general crypto chats. They would kick you out.
I remember on Reddit, on the investment subreddit, if you even mentioned crypto or Bitcoin, they would ban you. Oh, get out of here with that investment stuff. You need stonks and bonds.
I know somebody who went all in on Litecoin, sold everything and went in on Litecoin recently. We'll see how they do.
Recently? Ouch.
Oh, that's real garbage.
Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, man, he's terrible, dude. He's like actively telling people don't buy Litecoin. It's not good no more.
It's not good anymore.
Plus, there's like a lot.
He rugged it at the top, and everybody knew he rugged it at the top.
Yeah, he was like, I sold all my Litecoin. I don't want to have conflicts of interest, right?
Eddie G's favorite show is What the Hex. I wish it had more traction.
It's a great show.
Yeah, get out there and post it, man. Get out there and post it and
Those
promote
guys are
it
awesome.
and support them.
Mm-hmm. Big fans.
Yo, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can't see you, but we can hear you.
Hey, I'm really proud of myself. I just wanted to, I really wanted to see the show as close to the end as I really could, but I do have like a couple things I gotta close with before I get back to my family.
Let's hear
If
it.
you don't mind, dude. If you don't
We're gonna
mind,
close too,
I got 3 to 6 to 9 things to say. I'll let you pick how many. No pun intended for the 3.
Alan wants to know where you are. He's worried about you.
Yeah, dude.
And so am I.
I was trying to show it on the front-facing camera, but I won't tell you if it's a road, street, or avenue. But I am on a King Richard
roadway.
Yeah, like road travelway. I'm at the corner.
I thought that was a shirt. That looked like a shirt you were holding up. That's cool. Nice.
No, I'm naked to the world, bro. I'm full docs. That's my face. That's my location. That's everything. You know why? So I'm literally so unfearful of my bags getting taken, my life getting taken, because I'm as balls deep into sci-viving as I think you could possibly be.
Chris
and I
is
think
a short hair cat.
I think the only logical place for someone so deep in it is to be holding the keys to the OA, believe it or not. There's one video that I wish I'd love to refer everybody back to. It's a 20-second clip of Richard talking to some guy answering the question, who is the OA? And he entertains that question by saying, could be you. And I'm taking that quite literally. I'm reaching for those keys. But that's only one of the things I want to talk about.
It's actually an African priest.
Well, it's actually there's actually an advantage for it being a person. Then you have that clarity. And I think it just takes somebody to reach for it, and I'm gonna be the first one to reach for it. And how? Guys, I wanted to make you aware.
You can't
The only
spiritually become the OA.
no, I mean
You
quite
better
literally.
not reach for those OA coins, buddy.
Well, that's the thing. That's the easiest job to have. You just frickin' sit there with them. You don't do anything.
All right, I'll allow you to be the OA.
Thank
not
you, and
your
that's why
keys, not your coins.
that's why I wanted to come out
Tell
here
us
and
the
make
seed phrase then, as proof.
it would mean my death. Death of all crypto, and the egregore of the Hex community would probably gang up and actually fucking kill me.
Scroll the chat.
I cannot. I'm going headless. I've been trying to not look at the chat myself, but
He's talking.
a few more things. One, the only people that are gonna know what I'm talking about is probably RG and SJ with this Aquarius myth and lore. There was more to the
What am I,
story.
chopped liver?
Yeah, sorry. I can kind of summarize quickly. I'm an Aquarius. The role of the myth of Aquarius is such that he's a mortal shepherd, very so handsome that the Greek god Zeus takes him from home and brings him to Mount Olympus to become immortal. And in that process, and this is a slight warning to maybe SJ, the Zeus's daughters are cast from Mount Olympus in place of Ganymede, the mortal Aquarius.
Don't worry, SJ,
figure.
you got us. You don't have anything to worry about.
You'll be fine. But so I just wanted to finish with that lore, bringing it full circle, that there is a replacement. If Aquarius is to be set on Mount Olympus, it would mean the daughters are
Scroll down.
made not immortal anymore.
You people seem very familiar. Maybe characters from the soap opera my grandma watched. Hi.
The other thing I was going to get to is the only literal cash I have. I'm a dishwasher. I make like $100 a week because I'm working 2 days. I'm a full-time dad in the meantime. I'm on food stamps and shit. Like, I have literally $0 except for my couple $100 in Hex. I don't even care to dox
What's up, bro?
what I got. But I just wanted to send a warning out. There's going to be a couple T-shares for sale because I'm going to become an elite Sci-Vibe member tonight and get myself a nice outfit. So I'll be probably market dumping about $100 worth of Hex, unfortunately. So if anybody wants
It's
to
over,
catch
guys.
that bit, yeah, well, 0.01%. Yeah, here, guys, I'm coming. But seriously, so like that's where I'm at with that. I don't want to be asking for tips and whatever. I'm making the sacrifice because I believe that hard. It's worth that much more to me to become Sci-Vivian Eternal than I got my T-shirt. I got some other T-shirts, hang on to. So I'm not
Whatever
worried
you
about
do, don't harm yourself.
Of course.
Well, thanks, Gam. I think that was 9 or somewhere between 6 and 9, I think.
Well, that was the warning, the lore, and there's one more. Dude, it's not about Hex Lambos. It's about Hex Vipers. Vipers are a snake that can spit without. They don't need to bite. If you're gonna get anything recreational to cash out on, my sincere recommendation is get with the Viper. Definitely a cool, way cooler car if you ask me.
All right, well, thank you, Gam. You have a good evening. Be safe. All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And I just wanted you guys to remember the stream in case I do become the OA, and you're just gonna be like, "Holy shit, this guy's on to something."
How do you? I mean, you can't become the OA. So
I don't know either, but that's the button I'm pushing is the I don't know button. That's the only button you should push in life.
all right.
That's my take.
Right on. Thanks, man. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming, Briss. Thanks for coming in. SJ, Always.
There were, I gotta
love-
say, there was not enough arguing going on in this one. Next time, I want
we
you
need
guys
to
to
fight
bring your spears.
No, me and Briss had a good lunch the other day, hanging out together.
Damn it.
So we were in.
It's good
good spirit.
entertainment.
So we were good.
I'm gonna start making up rumors.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next week. Outro.
Love you guys.